We basically assess our love for God by recognizing that the scriptures say we love because he first loved us. I don't think we can manufacture love for God artificially or in isolation from an understanding of God's love. He is the sun, we're the moon. We reflect back to him that which we have received from him, and we reflect that hopefully to others as well. God's love is the priority. And the way we assess it then is once we know that he loves us, we begin asking ourselves some significant questions. In Mark 12, where Jesus said the love of God is a great commandment, we could recognize that we might drift from his love. So I think it's good for us to ask diagnostic questions about how our heart is doing. In my life, I've come up with 4. Sometimes I can use 5. I think all of us need 3 to 5 probably. Some person might say, well, if 5 questions will help you, maybe I'll come up with 600. I say, no, you should probably get to a therapist. You're a little bit obsessive compulsive and get that figured out. But just the ones that mark, where we recognize our heart may be prone to wander. And what are the diagnostic questions that will keep us in check? The 4 I have are, number 1, if Jesus came back this moment, would I be disappointed? Now, this would seem to reveal to me then, if I would be disappointed, that I was beginning to tether my heart to something else more than him. Can I say thank you in my present set of circumstances to God is my second question. Not can I say thank you to God for these circumstances, they may be atrocious, but can I say, Lord, if my world falls apart, even like Job's world, but I have you, you're enough for me. And I can say thank you because I have you, the one who is immutable in the world of mutabilities, where if my heart was tethered to those things, I would be destined to be fractured and broken. The third one, am I out of sorts with somebody? John said in his epistle at the end of chapter 4, how can I say I love God whom I haven't seen if I don't love my brother whom I have seen? If I'm fractured in a relationship with somebody else, it would indicate that my own love for God is not as steady as it should be. I need to go fix that relationship so that my love for God can flourish. And the fourth question, I usually imagine Jesus saying to me what he said to Peter by the shore of the Sea of Galilee after Jesus had risen from the dead and after Peter had denied him. Peter, do you love me? And I imagine Jesus asking me that question, and how would I answer? And I think that Peter is honest. He says, Lord, I like you a lot. He doesn't use Jesus' word for love. And I want to be able to be honest and say, Lord, as I evaluate my heart, I see maybe it's drifting here. He asks him a second time, Peter, do you love me? Interestingly enough, Jesus accepts Peter. When Peter says, Lord, I like you a lot, Jesus doesn't say, take a hike, Peter, get your act together. When you can love me with a love that's commensurate with my love for you, now you can be my disciple. No, he accepts him on the level of love he can give and encourages him into service by virtue of love. And that issue of service could maybe lead us to a fifth question. 4 times in the upper room discourse, Jesus says, if you love me, you'll obey me. And consequently, I can ask myself, is there some area where I am having difficulty obeying God? It may reveal fundamentally that my love is atrophied at that particular point. And so as I engage in the obedience, it might also feed into my response of loving him, acknowledging his great love for me that's constant.